The word discovery is not new. It has been in use under the title, the heuristic method. The word heuristic is derived from the Greek word heurisko, which means I find. This method was originally designed and applied by Armstrong for the learning of sciences through experiment. It avoids the shortcomings of the lecture method. The method makes the student an active participant in the learning process and encourages to quicken his interest. It makes the pupils think for themselves. The pupils develop an understanding of the subject. Once the interest is aroused, the pupils work willingly with greater zeal. The method, being an individual method, is slower than the lecture method. It is very difficult to use in the earlier stages. The teacher using the method must have great patience, a high degree of insight into the workings of the student's mind and skill in the use of questions. Knowledge is not the primary consideration here. Self-confidence, originality, independence of judgment and thinking power are to be developed in the individual to make him an ever-successful student. The teacher should not impose or thrust his reasoning, argument and product of thinking on him. Let the child help himself with reasoning and argument. Prerequisites of the heuristic method. The following are some prerequisites of the method. Filled diamond. Since the heuristic method is an activity approach, child-centered approach, and untraditional approach in mathematic teaching, a lot of preparation is required on the part of a teacher. The work to be carried out by a student should be in accordance with his ability. A teacher must develop the heuristic attitude within himself. Plus, the questions should be so planned and posed that it may be possible for the students to find the solution independently. Plus, in order to use this method in earlier stages, a good deal of guidance is required. This guidance should scientifically be planned. Procedure. Example 1. Each student will be given one rectangle and one square cardboard. They will be asked to discover the points of similarities and differences between these two geometric models. Ask. A rectangle is different from a square. Why? 1, 2, 3. Ask. What are the points of similarities? 1, 2, 3. Heuristic method and the teacher. The teacher has to adopt the heuristic attitude. The teacher using the discovery method should guide and offer help to the child to develop a positive attitude. This implies that the teacher should try to avoid interfering too much with the work of the students. The teacher's role is one of support and encouragement. He should allow an independent outlook. Some of the common method labeled as project method, problem method, activity method, induction method fall under the discovery approach. Merits of heuristic method. 1. This method makes the students active participants in the process of learning. 2. It helps the students to think and to discover things independently. 3. A child learns by doing so. There's a little scope of forgetting. 4. It is a psychologically sound method. 5. It inculcates in the students the interest for the subject and also develops willingness in them. Demerits. In spite of the fact that this method makes students independent and self-reliant, it has the following demerits and dangers in it. 1. Discovery of a thing needs hard work, patience, concentration, reasoning and thinking powers and creative ability. Thus this method may not be preferred by certain types of students. 2. As this method needs creative and effective planning of the teachers, an average teacher cannot frame true heuristic questions and stimulate pupils' thinking. 3. This method is very slow and the progress is not rapid. Due to slow progress, students and teachers are not satisfied. 4. It is not a good method for the beginners. 5. When the students do not get help from the teachers, they are likely to consult books, answer books, etc. Such things are more dangerous. Conclusion: there is an objection that it is not an independent method. It is an attitude. Any method that keeps up the attitude of making the pupils do, think and discover for themselves is heuristic. It is a combination of several procedures: I. Questioning, E. Giving information as and when needed, E. Eliciting student participation, IV. Explaining, guiding, illustrating, stimulating, evoking interest and curiosity, and V. Continual checking of the understanding and the reactions of the students.